How do you live the most meaningful, purposeful, and powerful life? You may have heard the sound advice of aligning yourself with your deepest priorities and values, formulating a vision for your ideal life, creating a life mission or purpose, reading affirmations daily, and infusing your future visions with powerful, positive emotions. Then you take action to finally reach your goals and live the life of your dreams. This advice has been proven to work, but let's pause for a moment and take a meta-perspective look at what is actually driving the search for greater meaning and purpose. Why are you convinced that this is the way to have a profound life? If you're anything like me, the answer is the desire for freedom. Freedom to live life as you want, with a desired lifestyle, resources, connections, and so on. However, freedom can mean two different things. Freedom to do something or freedom from something. So, which freedom are we actually dealing with here? Personally, when I dug deep down to see what freedom I was actually dealing with here, I saw that it was in fact freedom from. It is the freedom that allows me to escape my current life circumstances. I would argue that this is precisely what you are trying to accomplish, no matter what your quest is for a higher purpose, to be more authentic, to find a great partner, to earn more money. It is all about escaping your current situation. Here are some examples to illustrate my point. Suppose you want to find an ideal partner for yourself. Why do you want that? Is it not because you want to escape the feelings of loneliness, isolation, or lack of connection with others? You want to escape the feeling that something is incomplete until the ideal relationship partner is present. Suppose you're pursuing your passion, the career of your dreams. What drives you in your search? If you look deep down, isn't it because you feel stuck in your current job? You feel trapped in a life situation that is unfulfilling, and you want to escape that situation. Suppose you want to drop the masks and start expressing yourself authentically. What is alluring about it to you? Is it not because it finally offers you the ability to escape the need to hide your true self or conform to societal norms, to fit in, or to be accepted? You can leave all these games behind. Finally, what's your quest for a more purposeful life? It is a desire to escape the feelings of emptiness, disillusionment, and lack of fulfillment in your life. I'd like to give you an example from my own life. About 10 years ago, I bought a course on finding my life purpose. As I was filling in my credit card details, I felt excited. I thought that I was about to discover my life purpose, have a more meaningful life, be more productive, and gain a better understanding of the meaning of my work. But as I progressed through the course, I had a realization. I saw that I was actually trying to escape the depressing and dark feeling of disillusionment that I felt from following the advice of others about what should bring me my fulfillment and joy. The realization led to an even deeper understanding. Whether or not I found my life purpose, my deep drive to escape my current circumstances would always be present. If it wasn't my life purpose, it would be something else. More experiences, deeper truth, more material possessions, whatever. The ultimately fruitless quest for escape would never stop, no matter how amazing my life circumstances actually were. I realized that something much deeper needed to happen to nip the drive to escape in the bud and bring an end to my unfulfillment. And I'm glad that at a certain point in my life, it actually did happen. What was it? It was the dissolution of the fundamental discontentment with life. The discontentment that drives the search for escape in the first place. And here's what I mean. As you're watching this video, I invite you to look deep down to the most foundational aspect of what it feels like to be you. Look down to the very core of your being. What do you find there? If you look carefully, you'll see that deep down, beneath all layers of your subjective experience, your thoughts, your emotions, sense of time and space, and even your sensory perception, there is a very deep-seated sense that this, whatever it is not enough. A feeling of lack, a feeling of discontentment and unease. You feel that something needs to be changed, something needs to be added to this. Some movement has to be made. There's an ever so slight sense of anxiety and worry. Well, I have news for you. It's exactly that deepest aspect of you, that core of being, that ultimately powers up your desire to have whatever you believe you need to have to escape. It is that part of you that tries to convince you that what you need is purpose, mission, goals, vision in life, a perfect relationship, a perfect lifestyle, and whatever else it can come up with that you will believe in. That if you obtain it, you'll be able to escape your current life situation and find something better and brighter. But as long as that part of you is still online, you can never actually escape. At best, you can only have short-lived vacations away from the fundamental discontentment. But it will eventually come back and force you to resume the search. Fortunately, there is a way to permanently solve this problem, the core problem of the human condition. It is the shift from that foundation of lack, discontentment, and worry to a foundational sense of completeness, contentment, peace, and what I can personally describe as okayness. Words cannot convey how grateful I am to have experienced this when I was still in my 20s, unlike others who sadly discovered it much later in life, if at all. As I say these words, I experience a profound sense of completeness. There is nothing that needs to be added to me or to make this moment better. This is an experience of profound perfection. This is fundamental well-being. This might not sound like much to you. In fact, in a certain sense, it isn't much, just as the foundational sense of discontentment isn't much. However, when I think about what rises on top of fundamental well-being, it's a vastly superior way to live. Now that I have this sense of fundamental well-being that permeates and infuses my life and this moment, how does it show up in my day-to-day life? Well, first of all, I don't experience any need to have a life purpose or mission. My life is profoundly complete at the deepest level, and adding a purpose would do nothing to make it more fulfilling than it is right now. I don't have to think about whether my life is aligned with supposed values or principles. It's all taken care of. When there is fundamental well-being instead of fundamental discontentment, things tend to align themselves without the need to mess with them. Just as when there is discontentment, things tend to misalign without your involvement. Also, I don't experience loneliness at all. It may not sound like much, but I have no need to search for a partner, perfect or imperfect. I don't need to take off masks or be authentic. All of those things are driven by a desire to escape loneliness. When everything is fundamentally okay, loneliness just doesn't show up anymore. And so many things that people spend their energy on become irrelevant. My mind is very functional. When it is no longer in service of fundamental discontentment, it no longer creates inner conflict, imaginary fears, inadequate future projections, or false identities. Instead, it generates ideas, insights, and solutions. This is not to say that I never struggle with anything on the outside. Unfavorable events do occur. But even if negative events happen in my life, I never wallow in self-pity or regret. My baseline is a deep sense of peace rooted in the present, and it cannot be disturbed by everyday drama. Speaking of action, it is multiplied by 1,000. When my mind stops being my master and becomes my faithful servant, that does not interfere unless its help is needed, I can act in a very freeing, uninhibited way. With this sort of abandonment that naturally comes to you when you are in a state of flow. I always have an intuitive understanding of what I need to do, and my mind automatically generates the best approach to doing it. And then I just act while being in a state of deep peace. And ultimately, I never experience any need to add anything or anyone to my life. I feel a profound sense of completeness. What's amazing is that I have everything I need at all times, and I can still explore this wonderful world and see what else is there to experience or to be had. I don't need anything, but I can enjoy all of it. And as I speak these words, let me ask you this. Isn't this truly what you want? Not what your mind tells you that you want. Not another life purpose, not more meaning, not more passion or anything else. Don't you yearn for these seemingly simple things that hold immeasurable profundity once experienced firsthand? And if you do, what must you do to attain them? In reality, it's quite simple. It doesn't involve designing your lifestyle, reframing, working with limiting beliefs, or anything of the sort. It's truly about shifting from the fundamental sense of discontentment to fundamental well-being. Fundamental well-being enables you to live your most profound, complete, and wonderful life without the fruitless search for meaning, purpose, or validation. Life will be filled to the brim, complete in and of itself, with no need for external purpose, meaning, or validation. It allows for the ultimate escape from the core problem of human existence, unlike anything in the space of self-improvement. How do you achieve fundamental well-being? Believe it or not, it's actually quite simple. A 15-year scientific research project into fundamental well-being has been ongoing, studying thousands of individuals who have achieved it. The result is a statistically validated protocol called 45 Days to Awakening, designed to shift you into ongoing fundamental well-being within 45 days of beginning the protocol, with a 65% chance of success. If you also engage in the bonus methods, extending the protocol to 90 days, the probability rises to between 70% and 80%. But there is more. If you sign up within the next 24 hours, I will personally mentor and guide you through the protocol, increasing your likelihood of transitioning to fundamental well-being even further. Moreover, I will continue supporting you until you stabilize in fundamental well-being. The protocol is incredibly practical and down to earth. Although it uses the term awakening in its name, there is nothing religious, spiritual, or woo-woo about it. The instructions are as straightforward and precise as a fitness program, for instance. Finally, there's a 100% money-back guarantee. You will have 2 sessions at the beginning of the course when you can opt out for a refund if you decide that the course is not suitable for you. I was once in fundamental discontentment, but now I'm in fundamental well-being. And let me tell you, nothing I've experienced comes close to matching the impact this shift produced on my life. To this day, I believe that everyone must have the opportunity to experience this shift for themselves. Now you know about this opportunity and how to get there. The question is, what will you do with it?